All right, I'm excited to join you on Locker Room today because the number one goalkeeper in the world, as far as I'm concerned, is being nominated or has been nominated for the Ballon d'Or. And hopefully she picks it ahead of other goalkeepers, though it's very competitive. Talking about the Copa Trophy, as far as the Ballon d'Or winner for the best goalkeeper in the world is concerned. I am Jerry Apeliohai reporting for footballing duties. I've got a chilling show for you today. And the usual suspects are joining me, talking about Ikechukwu and Mayowa, ready to break down all the action and share their hot takes on who gets to take the Ballon d'Or this time around. The nominees are out, and of course, the list is interesting. Don't forget to stay tuned and subscribe for those who are watching us via the YouTube platform. You can also call us via the WhatsApp number showing on your screen to be a part of the conversation. It's great to have you join us. So much to talk about in the football world. Just a few hours ago, the Ballon d'Or nominees kept on crippling in, and of course, I was really excited when I saw Chiamaka Nnadozie and all those who doubted Madugu. Madugu is now in the face of the world. He's among the coaches. He's rubbing shoulders with the biggest coaches in the world, and the Ballon d'Or doesn't come any far-fetched as far as coaching recognition is concerned.
Absolutely. And Jerry, good evening and good evening to our viewers. It's a good day to actually be here. The Ballon d'Or nomination, when I saw Chiamaka Nnadozie and Madugu, I was like, okay, this is interesting. I just hope at least at the end of the day, Chiamaka Nnadozie ends up in the top three. At least, you know.
Or even pick it.
Even if she doesn't pick it, at least the top three.
Because the only goalkeeper that stands ahead of her just because of the Euros. It has to be the England goalkeeper. Because she was marvelous for England at the last Euros when they beat Spain in the final.
Chiamaka has really done so well. I mean, in the last couple of years, 4 years or more, she's really been consistent in this, being one of the top goalkeepers.
In the French league, she has been number one.
Yes, of course, before she moved to Brighton. And of course, that was actually what ended the move to Brighton. And she did so well even in the Champions League against Arsenal. So all those things that she's done over the years actually, a factor actually brought her to this far. And of course, what her heroic performance of Super Falcons also in this particular Nations Cup, WAFCON, yes, still Nations Cup, is also very important, criteria for this particular nomination. I just hope that at the end of the day, because I mean we've not had any Nigerian goalkeeper or any African goalkeeper at this level, even in the male category, we've not had any African goalkeeper, in the top three of the Ballon d'Or. So it's going to be very, very interesting to actually see this happen, and hopefully that she ends up actually winning it.
All right, hopefully she ends up actually winning it. Okay, and of course we will like you to also tell us what you think of the nomination of talking about Chiamaka Nnadozie and of course Madugu. Prior to the championship, I don't know whether did Rwanda ever make it to the Ballon d'Or. I don't think so.
See, what Madugu actually did.
Yeah,
what Madugu actually did. It's phenomenal. I mean, the number 10 is actually a very big number. The fact that we did the Mission X. These are milestones, and when you actually lead a team to win a milestone like that, it gives you an extra credit, and that's exactly
after the team failed to win in the previous.
Yes, and that's exactly why
the foreign coach.
And that's exactly why we are having a conversation of Madugu in this particular event. I just hope that he continues to improve, because a lot of persons still have doubts about him, myself inclusive. We would actually want to see him do more, and then take the girls as far as the quarterfinals, semi-finals in Intercontinental Championship. Then we'll be able to say, okay, yes, we've got our own kind of manager from this part of the world who really understands female football. So, but I mean, so far this is just a beautiful time. The fact that he's actually in the thick of things, rubbing shoulders, like Riley said, with top coaches in the world. So it's so good to actually have him there, and then hopefully we'll continue to see more of him in this particular category.
Yeah, definitely. I think I'm excited about this one. But let's talk about Coach Eric Child of the Super Eagles is reportedly in discussions with the top performing goalkeeper to switch international allegiance to Nigeria, though already content with the current trial of Stanley Wabali, Maduka Okoye and Amas Obasoje. Child believes the new prospect could further strengthen the team's goalkeeping department. And while the coach intends to stick with the existing goalkeepers for the upcoming September World Cup qualifiers, there is a strong possibility the new player could join the squad later in the year. The unnamed goalkeeper who plays in a major European league is said to have had an impressive season recently. Sources indicate that although Chell had made initial contact with the player, is not rushing the process and prefers a gradual integration. I think we also have, talking about, we had the Wrexham goalkeeper. He did well last season, and if we talk about him, there's also another prospect, an Arsenal
Yes.
protege as well. And though he's still very young, I think 18 or 16, 19, okay. I think it's a gradual process, but now the Madugu might not be available, will not be available in September. It's high time to bring one of those goalkeepers in.
Well, the case for Madugu is still very much open to speculations. It's possible that that might not really entirely
Affect
cover
him.
the national assignment. But let's, in case it happens that he won't be able to feature till September any football tournament. I think Omar Sobasoje is actually a good goalkeeper as well. We can actually make do with him. And Stanley Nwabali also, we just hope he's fit and we will not have to worry. I think the goalkeeper Chair might be looking at is Atubolu, who the Eintracht Frankfurt guy, who was actually one of the guys who was actually cutting at the point, who's got a half Nigerian, half German. But hopefully we'll get to see. And for the Arsenal goalkeeper who we're talking about, who was actually very much 19. And we've seen top goalkeepers, emerge as teenagers. The likes of Casillas, step into Real Madrid as a teenager. The likes of Donnarumma also step into AC Milan as a teenager. So yes, it's all about giving him the chance. Of course, Harcourt is very much 15, so perhaps in another 2-3 years, he could also give himself a shout for the Super Eagles job. So I don't think age at this point. We've seen superstars as teenagers. So if they give him a chance and prove his worth, then of course we know that we have a real gem in our hands who definitely going to enjoy in a long, long time.
All right, Mario, we understand you're in, and great to have you. I know you've been doing everything possible to bring in Sesko, but congratulations ahead. Yes, he's subject to medical, and this man is already asking Harcourt to start preparing for the Super Eagles. He wants to be on my other side this afternoon, but I think I will just keep it cool.
Well, it's always amazing to be here. The news about Sesko subject to medicals is a great one for Manchester United. At least there's some type of activity in the market, and which is what we needed. Ikechukwu is mentioning Harcourt. Harcourt was the same guy that played in the tournament that was hosted in Egypt, right? The under-20 guy that was claiming to be 15.
He's 15. He's 15.
Yes. Even the Waffle Beast.
He's 15.
They lost to Cote d'Ivoire in the final.
Yes.
My wife is 15. Now you born now. Now you born now.
He's 15.
He's 15.
I'm not.
He's 15.
Probably maybe I just turned 21 yesterday. Maybe I'm also 21.
You're going to see me. I'm 18 years old. I will play under 18 next week. Don't worry. I'm going to the camp. When the next on that Flying Eagles open camp, because when they come back from the Waffle B, I'm going to the camp. So I'll be part of the team. Hopefully I'll make the first team. I'm also, there are age category as well. Forget the beers and all those ones.
I mean, we should not be talking about Harcourt at the moment. Harcourt should still cut his teeth in the age group competition. I don't think he has what it takes to, step up. We are going into a very crucial stage of the World Cup. We are already in a precarious situation. Names like Harcourt should not be coming up. Even the Arsenal goalkeeper, I can't remember his name now, that plays for the youth team, the 19-year-old there, but I can't remember his name now. I think those are not the kind of goalkeeper we need. We need a tested and trusted goalkeeper that, has been involved in a lot of competition and has experience. Those are the kind of goalkeeper that probably need to deputize Nwabali in this critical stage of of the World Cup qualifier. Even the German-born goalkeeper, I'll be a bit skeptical, and the reason is this. Remember when we tried the Gabriel Oshó in the defense, it was disastrous. We are playing a very crucial World Cup qualifier, and the playing for the national team, for the first time, comes with a whole lot of jitters. Those are not the kind of players we need to probably deputize. God forbid Nwabali is injured. We need somebody that has the experience, that has done before, that has the calmness, not somebody that's making his debut for the national team. I think Eric Chell and his team, they need to figure this out. While we are praying that Nwabali stays fit, because like we were joking yesterday, the South Africans might be funny. He plays in South Africa. Food poisoning is the easiest thing to get if they cannot injure you, and that might play a crucial role in determining whether we have a shot at qualifying for the World Cup. I hope Eric Chell and his team, they're able to figure out this goalkeeper situation, getting the right person to be able to deposit for Nwabali, such in case anything happens to Nwabali and he's not able to play in those particular games.
All right. Okay. Let's now I'll hope for the best as far as the options that Eric Chell will be looking for in the goalkeeping position is concerned. Let's talk about the Super Falcons of Nigeria. They have retained their 36th spot in the latest FIFA Women's World Ranking, maintaining their status as the top team in Africa. They recently clinched their 10th WAFCON title, defeating host Morocco 3-2 in a dramatic comeback. Esther Okoronkwo, Folashade Ijamilosi, and Jennifer Ichejini scored in the second half to seal the win, with Okoronkwo also named player of the match. Despite the Falcons' dominance, other African teams saw ranking drops. South Africa's Ballon held their 54th position globally, while Morocco dropped to 64th and Ghana fell to 67th. The Falcons also bagged individual accolades. Chiamaka Nnadozie was goalkeeper of the tournament, and Rashida Jajibade was named the most valuable player at the tournament. Of course, Spain is still number one on the world as far as female football is concerned. And though they lost in the finals to England, and at the Euro 2025 pushing USA to second place, and France rose 4 spots to 6th. FIFA announced the women's ranking update. The next one will be published on December 11, 2025. Okay, definitely is no surprise that the Super Falcons are number one in Africa. Yeah.
I mean, we've always been number one. Yeah. Winning the championship or not, we will always be number one. Yeah. Yes, and it's not a case of being number one in Africa now. It's about pushing our weights further up. I mean, we have no business to be anywhere below first 10 in the world. I mean, we have about 7 continents in the world. So if we cannot actually make it into the first 7, I think we are still very much falling behind. It says a lot about how far we've actually really traveled. I mean, we should actually be in contention, even if we are actually not the number one in the world. We should be somewhere around the same level with the top 5 teams in Europe. So which means we should be earning a spot in the top 7 in the world rank, at least, at most, top 10. That's exactly where we should actually be pushing. 36 is a far cry. It says a lot about how far we've developed since 91. It's actually not a good thing, really. But then, yes, it's not surprising, like I said earlier on, for us to be number one in Africa. So it's all about now, how do we even build from here? How do we continue to actually make progress from 36? It's not having been 26 at 36 today and then tomorrow, where there's no tournament, we'll play a couple of friendlies and then we'll drop to 38 and 39. It's not what we want to see. This should be, the worst result in terms of paper ranking that we're supposed to get in a long time. We should not even get close to anywhere 36 again. We should start pushing further. That's exactly what I want to see. But again, it's a good one. I mean, the fact that we won the championship and then we have our girls and our coach in the Ballon d'Or ranking, it comes with a positive note at the end.
All right, so Iowa, Ikechukwu is being Oliver Twist. So they should be in top 10. Or it is what it is. Anyway, there's nothing big too bad for them to dream. Of course, they need to start doing well at a world championship like the World Cup. Then we can talk about top 10.
Well, I mean, our female football started in the late 80s, and officially by 1991, we were the first country to qualify for the World Cup from Africa. And 91 to now is about 34 years. The last time we did so well in the World Cup qualifier, in the World Cup tournament, was we got to the quarterfinals in 1999, and that's 27 years ago. And since then, we've not been able to, repeat that same feat. I think, we've not done so well in terms of development. Yes, on the African scene we are dominating, but we need to break into the world scene and dominate. We have not been able to do that. A whole lot of teams in the top 10, they got into football after Nigeria, and look at where they are. On the issue of the ranking, I think the same thing Europe has implemented, UEFA has implemented, and which has really helped in the ranking. And also the South Americans too, they've also implemented that every every confederation now organizes a what they call Nations League. I think it's high time CAF do that too, where we have female teams playing the version of African Nations League, and it helps with our with the development of football across the length and breadth of Africa. And it also helps with the rankings too. Apart from the Nations Cup, we don't see any African female team, getting much more involved in football. We only play maybe one or two friendlies very close to a tournament, and that's the reason why our ranking drop. And those also affect, the development, the focus on development of football across Africa. I think on the part of development, CAF needs to streamline how CAF needs to implement, the African version of the Women's Nation League. That will help, in developing teams, and that will also help in putting our female team in the spotlight. For Nigeria, there's a need for us to go back to the drawing board. We did well in the Nations Cup, we won. However, if you look at the totality of how we played, we cannot compete on the world stage. There is a need for us to put the right, people in place to ensure that we, get to that next level of performance that will make us be much more relevant in the world of football. It will not be bad for us to be in the top 10. I hope, those running football, they go back to the drawing board and get things right.
All right. Those who are running football, hope they get it right. And of course, make sure that we'll inspire to inspire to meet Ikechukwu's standard, to be in the top 10 in the world as far as female football is concerned. So what the men can do, the women are doing better. Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about the big one. Super Falcons goalkeeper Chiamaka Nnadozie has been nominated for the 2025 Women's Yasin Trophy, joining an elite list of 5 top goalkeepers globally. The 24-year-old will compete with Anne-Catherine Berger of Gotham FC, Katakol of Barcelona Femeni, and Hannah Hampton of Chelsea Women, as well as Daphne Van Domesla, the Arsenal Women goalkeeper, for the prestigious honor. And Nnadozie earned widespread acclaim after leading Paris FC to the dramatic Coupe de France Femini victory over Paris Saint-Germain, winning 5-4 on penalties, the club's first major trophy in nearly 20 years. She also delivered standout performances for the Super Falcons at the WAFCON, and keeping 4 clean sheets in 6 matches and earning the Best Goalkeeper award as the Super Falcons clinched their 10th continental title. He was the best goalkeeper in France last season, and best goalkeeper at the WAFCON. What more can you ask for?
French female football is actually one of the strongest female football in the world.
Yeah.
And so for someone to actually dominate their league, it says a lot about the quality that she possesses. I think the last time we have a goalkeeper from Africa of this caliber that actually shook the French league to its foundation is Vincent Nyama. How he actually did what he did that particular season. And now we're having another Nigerian who actually did it. Of course, those she moved to England now. It's a good thing to actually see her do this. I would really, really, really love to I hope that she can actually bring this trophy home. But if she can't, I just hope she actually makes it to the top 3. At least that would be like a sucker for me. But it's a good thing. She's going to be an inspiration to other female footballers. Now they can all know that they can all see that their quality can actually take them to the highest level. I want to see other Nigerians actually come up as far as getting to this level, top 5, top 6 of the Ballon d'Or rating, because that's exactly what's going to really bring an improvement. And there's something these sort of things do. It's just like winning the World Cup or winning major tournament. It beams spotlight on the continent, and of course beams spotlight in that particular country. And what it also helps is that it's going to make scouts and agents coming to the country to actually start poaching young talent, because they now understand that, okay, you guys have quality, you guys have players that can actually rise to the highest level. So it's so good to have her in this particular category. We've never had our goalkeeper, even the likes of Anne Chejine, who actually started this whole thing. didn't get to this particular level. So it's good to have Nnadozie actually do this. It's a good time to be in Nigeria.
All right, so Mayowa Chiamaka, the #1 goalkeeper in the world, as far as I'm concerned, and of course, she's living up to that bill. I will not be surprised if she eventually picks it, come what when the award takes center stage.
Well, I think I'm worried a bit because of the person is nominated with. There's a particular name on that list, Nnadozie. She's the goalkeeper for Germany. And she has gone through a lot, beating cancer twice, and becoming very integral in the German women's team. Single-handedly took them to the semi-finals of the last Euros. Such an amazing story. I hope those giving that award will not be emotional about that and give that award to her. And apart from that, she has been very, very fantastic. Between the sticks, she's a very fantastic goalkeeper, very calm, and very, very excellent. However, our own Chiamaka Nnadozie was very, very instrumental in ensuring that Paris FC won their first title against their arch rival in PSG. Also, we can't take it away from her. She was also very, very instrumental in Nigeria winning the 10th WAFCON. I mean, in 6 games, she only considered goals in 2 games, and that shows the kind of quality she possesses. I think she has a fair shot. She has a fair shot of winning it. I'm just only worried about Ambega because of the amazing story behind the person. If you take the amazing story away, I think probably Nnadozie has an edge over her. But with the amazing story flying around, it might be difficult for Nnadozie to take it from her.
All right, so that is the star-studded lineup, and I think Hannah Hampton, the English goalkeeper, she did excellently well in the final of the Euros. She's also going to be a very, very big competition for Chiamaka in this one. But I already know who I want to win. It is Chiamaka or nobody else. But it is what it is. Let's wait and see how that pans out for her. All right, not to forget that also that Super Falcons head coach Justin Madugu has also received a major recognition. He's been nominated for the Women's Team Coach of the Year for steering Nigeria to victory in the WAFCON. His leadership and the team's resilience throughout the tournament earned him a spot among the top coaches in women's football for 2025. Mayowa, everybody, even Randy Wadro never gave this man a chance. Randy didn't make it to this level. Who can see? This just September year, he was the interim coach last year, 2024. And prelude to this competition, they made him the substantial coach, the real coach of the team. And he has gone ahead to even not only win the WAFCON that Randy could not win, now he was the coach of the tournament, and now he's been nominated for the Ballon d'Or. I think Randy Wadjo needs to offer a letter of apology to Madugu.
Well, if you are speaking about apology, probably we should ask Ikechukwu how he feels.
Yes,
about,
he's also need to write an apology.
No. See,
how he feels about Madugu.
Wadrum actually said something that we are taking away.
Okay.
He said, if we are going to win this championship,
yes,
it's going to be solely
on the players.
And truly, Jerry,
not the coach.
No, Jerry, the contribution of the players in this particular championship win is over 60%.
Oh, really?
Absolutely, Jerry.
What happened to the 60% under Randy Wadro?
Over 70%.
Okay, Randy Wadro, why did he not use the 60% to win the championship? Yes, now. Okay, Randy Wadro had the 60%. No, wait. Calm down, wait. Why did
Wadro acknowledging that we have the team?
During Wadro's time, how many percent did he contribute to the team?
Jerry, see, doesn't.
No, now I want to.
You might be unlucky.
Wait, unlucky.
This is not a
Are you discarding the tough call?
Oh, he's discarding it. He's saying 60%. That if not the players, if Randy Wadro was there, he will not make those calls. I can say it anywhere.
Jerry.
Oshoala would have played through.
Yes.
And would have flashed out.
Yes. He will not give Esther Okoronkwo the chance to start.
Jerry.
I
can say it.
Practice 100%. But I mean, as a coach, he made some tough call, and even the last game from the quarterfinal, he also made some tough call, dropping
even dropping assistant as captain. That was even the first tough call he made.
Maiwa, nobody's saying he didn't make any tough call.
No, you're discarding it. You said 70%. Yes. You discarded it now. You said 70%. That 30% was just luck.
Yeah, no,
you are saying lucky. You say lucky. You say lucky. No, you said you are not lucky.
No, Jerry.
I
think the girls.
I think I can hear you very well. I don't know.
The coach 30%. That's what I said.
30%?
Yes.
No.
Okay,
that's why you say 30%?
30% now.
In what?
If you give this coach the quality of Botswana, you will not get to the final.
No, really.
Yes.
If you give Radiwan,
we're not going to make it out of the group. Our girls struggled.
Okay, that means
remember how we were complaining about them controlling ball.
If you give Radiwan John Botswana too, he will make it to the final. He will win it.
See, this is not even a.
I'm not asking now.
The mistake you are making now is you are drawing a comparison between.
Yes, I'm doing that.
That's not the case. I'm not comparing both
coaches. I am doing that.
I'm not comparing both coaches.
That is the reason why that is the reason for this discussion.
No,
I'm doing that.
I'm saying that.
I am going to do that now. Because Randy Wardron criticized this coach prior to the championship, saying that he is not good enough. He said the 10-year bench is not good enough.
Jerry,
is that not what he said? Yes or no?
But his major call was on the football administration.
He was already.
So his major call was on the football administration.
The football administration, yes, and particularly.
Particularly that, and then he mentioned Madugu as well.
Maiwa is just like you slap somebody's wife, and you now say, "I did not slap you. It's your wife I slap." So I don't know. So how would the husband feel? Say, I did not slap the husband, so the husband should not be offended. Is that what Ikechu is trying to tell us here?
Well, for every married man, you know the reaction. If you slap a married man's wife, you know the reaction. If you don't slap the husband will be mad and he will react in a bad way. See, Ikechu, I was one of those that complained about how the Super Falcons play, and we are very correct to complain. However, the hallmark of a good coach is to turn things around.
They kept up improving.
He was able to turn things around.
Against
Zambia, the performance was excellent. Right? Against
South Africa,
we struggled a bit, but we ended up winning.
They picked off.
The final, the changes he made in the 53rd minute
changed the game.
While we're losing, takes a whole lot of
from a losing position
to make those changes. He knew in the first half playing double pivot did not work, and he changed that. Giving us more body forward and releasing Okonkwo to be able to
express herself,
to express herself, and it paid off. And he was able to get one over a World Cup winning coach
and the host nation. That's fantastic. With all the pressure. What are you saying? And beat South Africa from almost a losing position. What else you want Madugu to sacrifice himself on the pitch before you know? Come on.
Added to the fact that there was no adequate preparation.
There was no adequate preparation
to help the Falcons.
Just imagine.
There was no support.
And he even dropped Asisa Oshoala as captain, and Asisa Oshoala was still showing team spirit. You did not see rancor in the team. Even the Moroccans gave them bad accommodation. He was able to manage that situation. The players would have been demoralized. Yes, and they would have taken that in a situation that they would not be motivated to even want to even play anymore. But they took it with both. I saw these girls, they are happy. They were even excited to play.
Should I shock you? According to Plumtree, I saw a Plumtree.
Plumtree.
She says it's Plumtree. Well, I will call him Plumtree. Okay. According to her, because I watched her interview when she was doing some media rounds, the hotel they gave them did not have a gym. They had to go to public gym to train.
Imagine.
It was as bad as that. After they complained about the size of the room, they upgraded the room for them, gave them a slightly better room. But the hotel they were in do not have a gym. They had to travel miles to go to a gym. It was as bad as that. Put all those conditions together, with the cluelessness of the NFF that we have in terms of running football, with the lack of support they were getting, put that all together, and he was able to wriggle his way and win that tournament, outclassing a World Cup winning coach. Yes, some of the tactics on display, I do not agree with it. However, he was able to, turn things around and win the tournament. I think he deserves all the accolade, if you ask me.
You guys are using the Machiavellian theory. The end justifies the means, right? He's won it, so now he's the Guardiola.
That is a wrong way.
Club of female
that is not the perspective.
It now.
This is not about the end. This is not about the end.
The guy that won the World Cup with Spain, defeated. Wait now.
Okay.
The guy that he won the World Cup with, against rather, the Moroccan coach that won the World Cup with Spain, that he defeated. You think he would have defeated that guy if he square up with that guy against if that guy file out with the Spanish national team? Or because you are looking at it because I'm telling you that the quality of our players was the major reason we won this tournament. Forget, you guys might not agree now, but don't worry, we'll go for other tournament that we'll see him. The truth is that African teams they are not anywhere close to what the Super Falcons bring in a major tournament. If we take this team and Madugu to any major tournament, now this team with all the Okoronko and Ichegini, you people will see.
I think
because then you see that the quality at that point the quality of the players will be at par or even better. Then we'll see how it's going to
maybe Ikechukwu is not understanding our English so far. Well, let me break it down for the purpose of history so that nobody will be misled. You are saying that we are saying the end justify the means.
That's what you are saying.
There's an adjective that you use to qualify a situation that makes it make sense. For instance, and then think Mayowa, when we were doing the analysis of Madugu's situation, we did not just say he won the WAFCON. That is why he deserved the praise. You can see that we gave trajectory of all the challenges the team faced and how the team progressed game by game and how he was able to change what was not working and gave results. So when you give an adjective that the end justifies the means, that's a clear will I say opposite of what we have just put down to say this man has withered all the storms and eventually came out with this. If it was about the quality of the team, why did Nnadozie not win the WAFCON? Because he had the quality too. Yes, they had the best team in Africa going to that WAFCON. They lost to Morocco, and eventually they lost
to Morocco with 2 red cards.
Wait, yes, now
lost to Morocco. Lost to Morocco.
After losing to Morocco with 2 red cards, calm down.
Wait, Jerry, they were not motivated. These guys were not paid.
Yes.
You want to brush those.
I'm not brushing it out. Okay, I'm going to bring that to perspective.
Put it into perspective.
He lost to Morocco and also lost to Zambia. I'm talking about the former captain of the side that sits at the shoulder was one of those who led the team that they were not ready to play anymore. They weren't even ready to play the Morocco game.
Okay.
There were already issues in the team. They were rancor. When Nnadozie left, he left a bad blood inside that team.
Was it the cause of the bad blood?
It was not the cause of the bad blood. But if you are a top coach and you mean well for your team, you first of all get your results. And you also complain.
When you also you forgot that he was talking about no, Jerry, no. This
I will not see it is that I will not come on this platform.
He was saying that he almost lost his home, Jerry.
Yes.
Facing eviction.
Yes.
The team were demoralized.
He almost lost his home. Let's not forget. So he had 2 jobs. Calm down. He had 2 jobs.
So because he has 2 jobs,
calm down. Wait. He had 2 jobs. I'm not saying he should not be paid. Do you know?
You are making excuses.
It's not about
excuses for
it's not about
excuses. That's what you are doing.
No, see, you are confusing the whole contest. When you are making an argument, you make a case and let it make sense. We don't make argument just because of the sake of it. Yeah, that's how I make my argument. I make my argument because I want to see a result at the end of the day, so that when I make this argument, people will know that I have made sense. This is the reason why this argument I'm making it.
Okay.
So for Nnadozie, yes, he's been owed money. So if the players want to destroy everything, it doesn't concern him because he will go back to his country. Because
Jerry,
wait now, yes now, Madugu is
you heard
wait,
he was talking.
wait,
you know
wait.
what you're trying to do?
See,
you're trying to brush.
I'm not brushing it.
No, because for
I'm not. Okay,
Jerry,
let me land now. Let me land.
No, Jerry, what you are doing is you are cherry picking Madugu's case.
Okay.
You're trying to make the case or the incident that happened before he won the championship the major reason why he should be applauded. Okay. Why for Wardrum? You are trying to make those cases a minor issue.
Did Madugu tell you that he has been paid?
But Madugu's case is what?
Do you know that Madugu, prior to the final, to the semi-final, he was not paid any allowances. He was owed salaries. Did you hear anything in the news?
How long did Madugu be on?
Madugu has been on interim since 2024. And all those time he was owed.
Wait now, Jerry.
But did you hear it in the news?
Wait.
No. Wait. If do you know what he would have been going through at his home, knowing that he's coaching the national team, and he will be telling his family, "There's just manage. They will pay. They will soon pay."
Okay. Wait.
Because he did not. Wait. Calm down now. You said your own. Because he did not come to the media and tell you, so you now believe that Radiwadron is better than him. Wait. In spite of all of this, wait, calm down.
Both teams that they both carry.
Yes, now calm down now.
In Madugu's case, only 5 of these players
have won it before.
Which means now, Jerry.
Which means
the crux of this team were not part of Wardrum's team.
Yes.
And the crux of this team were not being owed.
Thank you very much.
Because these are fresh. Most of these players are fresh players. They've not been old. The likes of Oshola, they understand what it means to be old. So over the years, wait now.
You know, it's even more difficult.
Wait now.
Do you know what?
Over the years, the number of players that Wardrum took to that championship, many of them have been old. So they bottled in so many dissatisfaction prior to that tournament. Okay. Now it got to a point where they have to actually win, and they got demoralized. You have that issue. You also have a man who is trying to keep his home, and you want him to concentrate tactically. Jerry, this is unfair.
Calm down. You know what? I thank you very much for bringing that perspective. Do you know that players who have been old before, who are used to the system, it's easier to placate them because they know that this is the system that brought them.
No, Jerry, get
calm down, wait now. When you bring your,
you not take it again.
See, when that's
what bring protest.
Yes, I understand.
And that's when they chose to protest.
Yes, I understand. Fine, well and good. Then the new players that were brought in to the team, they would have gotten information that this is how it is done. True or false? And when they are coming from, we have how many foreign-based players do we have in that team? You can testify. You know the stats. So they are coming from a clan where things are done properly. It would have been easy for Asisa Oshoala and Rashid Ajibade to start poisoning their mind that this is how things are being done. If it happens again in this competition, practice semi-final, let's revolt. And the players will just come for the sake of appearance. And everything will fall like... If Radiwadro has taken this team to this championship, I'm even sure that they will not even make it to the quarterfinals. You will see Asisa Oshoala will be the the captain of the team. If
cannot stand in an argument like this, so let's deal with what is obtainable.
I'm not saying if.
You say if Wardrum has taken these girls, that's what you said.
Okay, now you also made mention of the fact that we have. Thank God you has even made mention of the fact that we have players who have won it before who are only 5.
Only 5.
And that means
didn't even start this
fine. And Radiwadro took that to win the championship.
Wardrum.
Yes, I'm Madugu. So
that's the talent that we have.
No.
Yes, that we possess in
talent you have that inexperienced talent now who have not won the championship before. You have just yes. You with a new coach who is going to the tournament for the first time. And you say the coach should not get the praise. Come on. Ikechi, what are you saying?
That's why
what are you saying?
That's why I said.
But Wardrum worked with more experienced players.
Tired legs. Most of them are old.
Now they are tired legs.
Most of them are
you should get a degree.
Many of these girls as well.
See, if you want to win an argument, you should get a degree in politics and politics.
God.
Ikechi, Ikechukwu,
Eh?
you are discarding the effort of being able to assemble the talents together and make them work together.
I'm not discarding the effort. That's why
He
I
is
said
discarding
30%.
it. You discarded it by saying he sold 30%. You are discarding it totally.
I'm not discarding it.
No, that's what you say. Yes, you are saying it's the talent.
The talent is
Talent who has not won it before. Talent who has not won the championship before.
Jerry, this guy
Talent who has not won the championship
These guys have
before.
quality.
Which quality? They have not won the championship before. They have not played South Africa before. They have not played in the WAFCON before against a host nation in a hostile environment. What are you saying?
Jerry, they have the quality. They have the quality to do the magic, and that's what we saw.
Who has assembled the quality?
That's
Which quality are you talking about?
Wait, many of these girls, Okoronkwo, what's his name? Our right back, Nnadozie, many of them were discovered by Wadron. Wadron opened the camp where they all joined. Many of them, yes. So it's not like and Madugu, wait, Mayowa, and Madugu was the assistant to Wadron. So he knew these girls when they were coming in. It's not like he just assembled them from he just did kumbaya and they appeared.
Okay, that means what Ikechukwu is just trying to tell us that he does not deserve to take the praise for being the Ballon d'Or list. That is what you're just saying.
No.
Yes, the players that brought
being
you
on
there.
the Ballon d'Or list,
He doesn't deserve to be there.
It's about winning championship, Jerry.
No.
For coaches, it's about winning championship.
No, if you win the championship, he doesn't deserve being there.
No, being on the Ballon d'Or.
If winning the championship,
Jerry.
he does not. Calm down. You know what? The thing is that when you want to hit a nail, you hit it with a hammer, without pity, just because you want to drive it in. True or false? So you drive your point in. Don't drive your point in. And
winning the Ballon d'Or as a coach is about trophies that you've won.
You know what?
It doesn't matter how you win it. Even if you play badly, we've seen coaches that made it to top 3, you know even what? In the male category. So Jerry, don't make it look like it's about just being a good coach and then win trophy and you get the Ballon d'Or.
Ikechukwu is like a contract. He always have clauses. And so many other additions. So you can never catch him. There will always be a clause. Add-ons.
No, Jerry, you know now.
I understand.
For a coach to win the Ballon d'Or, what is the criteria? Yes. Be very honest.
Definitely, you have to be able to deliver a title.
Exactly.
However, apart from that, it goes beyond that. What you are able to do in the course of winning the title also matters. Yes, the title brings you to the conversation, but you look at the totality of the performance of the coach throughout. It seems you are mixing something up. First of all, one of the important things that Madugu did was to get the selection very correctly. That was the most important job. If you have got the selection wrong, whatever tactics he was trying to put out will never have worked. That's number one. Number two, when the selection he made, a particular example, Tony Payne started the first 2 games, and from the 3rd game onward, she never played again. Sola Babajide started the first game, and from the 3rd game upward, she never played again until the final. In the competition, when he saw it wasn't working, he made a very tough call. He benched Oshuala after the first game when she was not giving what she's supposed to give, and Onumonu never had any opportunity to play in that particular team again. He made those calls, and that was what led to Nigeria winning that particular tournament. We cannot discard all those things and say, yes, some of the games he played badly. I mean, I can raise my hand up. I criticize how he played in the first 2 games. Even in the first 3 games, I criticized him. But from the quarterfinal upward, there was a whole lot of improvement. And, he won the tournament. You cannot discard his effort and say it's 70% of the players and 30% of the coach. No, he made a tough call and made all the right decisions, and that was the reason why we won.
Okay, 60-40.
Your percentage doesn't count as far as I'm concerned. If you say it's 5%, as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't even count. Because if you look at, you remember in this championship, a lot of people were worried that if this team concedes first, how would they be able to come back? Yes, all the journalists in Nigeria were saying it, that they are worried that if this team concedes first, it's going to be difficult. And this team took that form, clean sheets in about 4 games, prior to the final, in a very crucial game. They came back from 2-0 down. Any coach who doesn't know his onions would falter would fall like a pack of cards and lose it and not be able to make sure that team comes back. So with that, that man has earned my respect. I was one of those who was questioning his capabilities and so on and so forth. And when eventually this man proved me wrong, I was part of those who sing his praises. I'm not one for who criticize you because I just like to criticize you. Anything you do, whether you do the right thing, I will say you didn't do the right thing. If you prove me wrong, I will surely come on this platform and make sure that I will be one of those who will recognize your effort and say that yes, you have done well. And Madugu impressed a whole lot of us, and now he's at the highest stage. And I would love to see him even sitting among the best coaches in the world, waiting for who is going to be crowned. Even though he doesn't pick it, it's going to be in his CV for life. And of course, Randy Wardrum can go to wherever he knows how to go to and say whatever he likes to say. This man has done what he could not do and did it excellently well. Anytime, any day, Madugu over Randy Wardrum. Thank you very much.
Yes, I agree.
No, I agree. I don't need your agreement.
Madugu over
You can go and meet Randy Wardrum in US
of course.
and join his media
Madugu over
team. It
Wardrum
doesn't concern me.
Because Madugu delivered the trophy and Wardrum
Randy Wardrum for you.
No,
Wardrum will come back and coach
that's the point.
No.
You
It's not
felt
the point.
this conversation about comparing both.
No.
I never even compare both.
No. Madugu is not good enough. That's the truth, according to you. But for me, he's good enough.
This is not a comparison between
now.
Madugu and Wardrum.
No, if for Madugu for you, he's just 20% good. Yes.
He said they don't come out 10.
Yeah, let me help you so that it will be easier for you to argue tomorrow. Anyway, time really fast spent. We just have to wrap it up. And of course, only 3 African players made it into the final top 30 ranking for the 2025 Ballon d'Or. That will be a conversation we'll make another day. And of course, this was announced by France Football, and the trio includes Egypt's Mohamed Salah, Morocco's Achraf Hakimi, and Guinea's Serhou Guirassy. And of course, if the goals that Osimhen scored last season were in a top club in Europe, he should be on this Ballon d'Or shortlist. But if we break that conversation again, somebody will attack us in the comment section and say, leave him alone. We have left him alone. He's no longer in the Ballon d'Or nominee list. So there you have it. Even Ademola Lookman with his problems already. I did being he left Atlanta last season to another big club and scored those goals. Imagine.
So even Inter that got to the final.
Yeah, that got to the final. Imagine he scored those number of goals for Inter in the Champions League.
Yeah.
Prelude to the final. He will be in the conversation
Well.
for the Ballon d'Or. These are the things we are talking about. Sometimes when we make these calls, people think we're just making it because for the sake of it. And morality out of the door, seeing things the way they are out of the door in Nigeria, that is why we are in this mess as a country where things are not done well. People are being applauded for doing the wrong thing instead of telling them, this thing you are doing is wrong, do it this way and let it be right. Maiwa, thanks for being a part of the show. It's been awesome having you. It's always a pleasure.
It's always amazing to be here, and I hope Nnadozie and Madugu, they make us proud in the upcoming awards.
All right, Ikechukwu. Thanks
Well,
for being part of the show.
I just hope that at the end of the day we get to see at least the both of them making the top 3. It's going to really beam a good light on our female.
For you, Madugu will not make top 3. Just don't even sugarcoat it here, please. You have already taken a stand. Big thanks to the guys behind this team for making it awesome. My name is Jerry Apello. I say thanks for being a part of the show. And up next is Political Lens with Chukwuma Okoro. Stay tuned.